David is up in Houston, Texas. David, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, thanks for having me. I really love the show. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Hey, you got power down there? You guys restored?
Yes, thankfully, we were fortunate than several others, so we're just very thankful.
Okay,
very thankful.
Great. I love Houston. Got some dear friends down in the Friendswood, Texas area. So how can I help?
Yes, sir. Hey, I just had a quick question. I'm in a current scenario, and I've experienced it before with other interviews and employers and recruiters, but I kind of wanted to get some wisdom from you. When is it a good time to understand that when you get through the interview process and you've made it 2 or 3 rounds in and you've got every good inclination that everything is going good, feedback has been good, but then they just begin to ghost you?
Yep.
And I wanted to know kind of, how can I handle that? What should I expect? And when is too much or too long of a gap of no communication or no response time to just stop following up? And kind of wanted to see, it's happened to me before, it's happened currently. And so I just wanted to see kind of what best thoughts would be.
Yeah, I would say the way you handle this is positively and decisively, because this is a negative feeling. And so when I say handle this positively, this is not easy to do, folks. But David, this isn't a David thing. This is a current era thing, and it really bothers me. It really burns my biscuits, all right? I don't like this, but this is the world we live in. And here's what's going on. This ghosting thing where you go through the interview process and all you're getting is favorable feedback, and then all of a sudden just boom, gone. That's what David's referring to. David's younger. This is kind of a younger term. This ghosting means they just disappear. They're gone. And it's like, what happened? It's a very disconcerting feeling, isn't it, David?
It's very, yeah. And the hard part about it too is that, I took your course. I did your course. I bought your resume templates, used that. They worked really well. I got the first steps and the interviews out of the way, but this isn't the first time it's happened, and it's happened other times before. And I just,
but here's the deal. Here's the deal. You got to get over it. We got to get over it. We're going to let it go, like the song from Frozen, okay? So I just wanted people to understand that this isn't a David thing. This is a culture thing, and here's what happens. Because there's so many applicants now, and people flood jobs, there's so many applicants, and they go through the process, this has become about efficiency. And so what happens is, as these hiring managers or these HR departments start sifting through the candidates, once somebody has become kind of the primary one, they don't do a good job of communicating to say, hey, we've moved on. And some companies do a good job. Not every company, but I'm saying some do a nice job of saying, hey, thanks, but no thanks. It's not, it's,
right.
it's
and that's
not
all
you.
I'm
It's
kind of
us.
looking for.
I know.
But
here's the deal.
So do I say, do I send one last kind of,
Well, no. How long has it been? How long has it been since you've heard anything from this last job?
2 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? Here's my point. The ball is in their court. You don't need to send them another email. This is a myth that we have, that I've got to send them an email. Let me give you a silly analogy. When you were dating in high school or college or whatever, maybe if you're still a single guy, I don't know. The point is that when you went out with a gal and then you called her back just to think about a second date or to ask her out again, and she never returns your call or she doesn't return your text, and it goes on for 2 weeks like this, do you feel like you need to send one more text or one more phone call to get closure, or do you think you've gotten the message by now?
No, I would just let it go.
Yeah, so she's going to call you back if she wants to go out with you, yes or no?
Yeah.
So I would not send another thing. I would move on. If they don't show you enough dignity and respect to communicate well with you, then you keep moving. You don't need to send them another, hey, this is my last time. I'm going to move on if you guys don't get back to me. No, that doesn't help anybody. Okay. So what I would say is keep moving forward. Talk to who wants to talk to you. You got to really work the proximity principle. I know you got my Get Hired course. You have got to leverage relationships. Relationships. Connections from those relationships to the next connection, to the next connection. That's how you get the gig. But don't sit around and stew. The ball's in their court. You did the interview. You did a good job. They gave you good feedback. If they want you, they'll call you. If they don't call you, you must assume they went with somebody else. And then if they're just bad at communication, and then they call you back a week from now, David, and you've already got another you can tell them, hey, I moved on. I didn't want to bug you. I'm still available, but I'm already in another process. Folks, don't overthink this. Don't look desperate. And I'm telling you, Joe, if I called a gal after the first date and she's not calling me back, I need some dignity, man. There's other fish in the sea, I believe is what we used to say, right? So there you go.